What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to SIBZ, West Coast, East Coast siblings, where we break down your favorite movies and TV shows. Tonight, episode 16 of The Walking Dead. I know you're excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's been such a long time. I mean, it's been almost a year since we've had this show, right?
Yeah, it's a bit,
Yeah.
it's been a while because of the delays
It's
and
been a
everything.
while.
Yeah, and this is also one of the first shows we're doing together in a long time. The first
Yeah,
one
what
of
was
the
the
year.
last? I think the last show we did together for WeSibs was Stranger, right?
It must have been one of the Quibi shows. The link's down below. Anyway, guys,
Yeah, check
before
the
we get
links.
into the episode, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss. We got a ton of shows coming your way. So with that, let's dive into it. And we know it's all about Maggie and Negan.
Yeah, it's so great to have Maggie back. It's like with Michonne gone, it's nice to have another strong female character on the show other than Carol. Because I feel like with Carol, she's hot or cold. Sometimes I really like her. Other times she legit gets on my nerves. So Maggie's never bothered me. So I'm really happy to have her back.
Carol was one of my absolute favorite characters. She really grew on me just in her character arc and the way that she matured from who she was when we first saw her to who she is now as a boss. But then in the last season, she started going nuts and making all these bad decisions, selfish decisions that would put other people in harm's way. She totally diverted from her usual character.
Yeah, she just became really, really selfish and very self-centered, which I think is an interesting juxtaposition to Maggie, who Maggie wanted to kill Negan just as badly as Carol wanted to kill Alpha. And it was both, Maggie lost her husband, Carol lost her son. Carol decided to be selfish and kill Alpha, like consequences be damned. And Maggie decides that she just can't live in the same area. She disagrees with Rick and Michonne, and so she just kind of leaves. So I think that's going to be a confrontation, too, between the two of them.
And with that, let's talk about Maggie, because her and Negan, a wagon passed by them, and they saw each other for the first time since all this went down and since Maggie left. And I thought she was going to go for the kill shot right then and there in front of Judith. I don't think she would have cared, but she walked the other way.
Yeah. I think it's gonna. I don't see the two of them living in the same, breathing the same air. Like they just don't work together. It's oil and water, and I think, but at the same time, I think both of them are too important to die.
Yeah, well, you make an interesting point. I think everybody's going to die at some point. I think we're going to get back to those vibes we had in season 1 and season 2 where no one was safe because the show is ending. So now they can pull out all the stops. So I think Maggie, Daryl, Carol, they're all fair game. And we haven't felt like this in years.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's nice to have the stakes so high again. I mean, shall we do some calls on people who we think are gonna die right this season?
I mean, you could go for it. Is anybody pressing like on your mind?
I think Carol's gonna die.
I agree. And Carol, she diverted so much. Okay, so another big thing that happened in this episode, we have the appearance of these new villains, the Reapers, right? So we all know that Fear the Walking Dead, Walking Dead World Beyond, it's all leading up to one thing. Hopefully, it's probably going to be a made-for-TV movie. I hope it sees a cinematic release. I mean, you're talking about a show that was, at one point, the biggest show of all time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it went up against the Super Bowl and not the Super Bowl, but Sunday Night Football, and usually does relatively well. Yeah, I mean, I think, and it's been on for 10 years. Like, if they could swing it, the show deserves to have a cinematic ending.
I mean, it could literally save the movie industry. I mean, everybody knows it's been dying because of the pandemic, but I would love to go see that. And we would make an entire video on that. So again, be sure to hit the subscribe button.
Absolutely. We would cover everything.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
So with that being said, you think Carol's going to die. I think Daryl's going to die. He's the one guy
You think Daryl's going to die?
He's been the most solid throughout. I mean, think about it this way. He survived Rick, okay? And it was always Rick and
Rick
Daryl.
Isn't dead.
What?
Rick isn't dead.
No, that's true, but I think Daryl will die because they're not going to kill Rick. But one of them has to die. Either Michonne, Rick, or Daryl.
It can't be Michonne. I hate this show.
Anybody's fair game. But let's talk about the Reapers now. So we got a new villain on the scene. This dude comes in like a berserker soldier, taking arrows and getting stabbed and just brushing it off. Do you have any ideas on
He reminded me a lot of Beta. Like when Beta would get shot, Beta literally fell off the roof. Like Beta has died like at least 8 times and is still alive. So yeah, he definitely reminded me of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any predictions as to who they are?
They're a threat, but they are not as big as like the Whisperers, somewhere in that
Yeah, yeah, and
range.
I obviously the big threat that's coming was seen in the world beyond, and that's going to be with uh, all the characters that we saw in that brand new TV show, which I did cover by the way. So I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to watch my watch through of The Walking Dead World Beyond. There's a lot of tie-ins and some hints at Rick Grimes' return and how we could see that play out. Any other major big developments from the episode that you want to point out?
We still have the question of what's going on with Connie, who I think is eventually going to be Daryl's love interest, but like that's aside
She
from the
already
point.
is. Let's be honest.
So great. We still don't really know what's going on with her. I am interested to see what happens with that. I don't think there were any big developments other than I think Carol and Daryl are still in a weird place.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Hershel then. Let's talk about Hershel because the kid is so
Hershel.
cute. And the kid's so cute, and he's the driving force for why Maggie wants to get justice. I honestly think that despite Maggie's anger, she could possibly overlook it being her best self and just move on for the group. But because of Hershel and because of what she told her son, she has to bring justice for this kid's father.
Yeah. I agree. I don't think, and that's the other thing. It's not just Maggie and Negan, but it's Negan and Hershel being in the same space. Like I don't think Maggie should have to stomach that, because the thing is Hershel, like he doesn't know Negan and he never knew his dad, so this is all hearsay. And what he might turn into Judith, where it's like, oh, I know you're bad, but like maybe we can be some type of friends, and that.
It's funny you mentioned Judith because Judith has a good relationship with Negan, and so
Absolutely.
Hershel and Judith's relationship might soften Hershel up to Negan. And Negan's such a master manipulator, and
Yeah.
he can make the right allies. So I think it might end up being a situation where he's even got Carol turning. We saw a kind of bonding moment when he and Daryl killed Bill Beta. So I think by the end of this season, it could be the entire group like leave Negan alone, and Maggie's just got a bloodlust.
Yeah. I don't know. That's actually a really scary thing to think about. So just to sum up the episode, it wasn't a necessarily gripping season opener for The Walking Dead. There have definitely been better ones. This one was pretty simple. We meet Maggie. We kind of catch up on where she's been all this time. She and Daryl have a heart-to-heart. It's kind of like all of the relationships are established, but there wasn't anything crazy going on. We meet Maggie's new family.
And I think, I think we get that in our minds because let's remember, this is not a season opener. This is the continuation of season 10. This is episode 16. So it's been like that for it's been like that for the last couple years where we've never really gotten a full, complete end. Because remember, the last episode was delayed and then all this different stuff happened. So we haven't really gotten a good season opener that we've had to look forward to in a while. So hopefully they can shake some of that mojo off, some of that vibe, and really get to a season finale type thing, Yeah. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Of course, guys, we're covering this entire series, so be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell as always so you don't miss.
That's all we have for The Walking Dead season premiere. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like this video if you like this video. Comment, subscribe. Check out our sister channel, The La Quente Ledger. And also, make sure you subscribe to us. I know I just said that, but we are covering some really, really cool shows. So, I'm going to say it again. Subscribe.
Thanks, guys, so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.